Here, and this is quite a big day for a lot of people. I was speaking with Tony Davis, who's been working on this project for 11 years, and I know that there's been effort from the board of directors, the volunteer, the state officials, the architect Mark Petrin, and IES. There's just so many people that have to really work hard at a project like this, and it takes a lot of effort. To go and get the amount of money that they needed from the state is no easy feat. Today, Governor Jody Rell wanted to be part of this, and she couldn't fit it into her schedule, but she has sent a letter down to the Hannah Gray home, and I think it's fitting that I read that letter. It kind of goes over a lot of the key points that are well said. So I made a copy, and I'll read off of that. Letterhead: on behalf of the state of Connecticut, I, Jody Rell, Governor, take great pleasure in congratulating the Hannah Gray home in recognition of renovations and the groundbreaking ceremony. The renovations of the Hannah Gray home will greatly benefit the elderly citizens who seek supportive services. The restoration and renovations taking place are a true testament to the dedication, commitment, and tireless efforts of those involved with the Hannah Gray home to assist the senior citizens of the greater New Haven area. I commend all the private citizens, state and local officials, and many of the volunteers who have assisted with the project. Those involved with this project are fine representatives of the state of Connecticut, and it is my honor to join you in recognizing and rejoicing in this achievement. Therefore, I, Jody Rell, Governor of the State of Connecticut, hereby officially designate August 20th, 2007 as the Hannah Gray Home Day in the state of Connecticut. And I think that says a lot. And I'm, on behalf of ORNL Construction and the group that we work with, I think it's a great step for the community, and it puts a wonderful house and a needed surface for the elderly citizens back into use, where it could be for a necessary part of a lot of people's time in their lives when they're looking for something like this. We have a couple other distinguished guests here today. Tony Davis, who has headed up the process, and with the board on behalf of the foundation, will be speaking next. We have the Mayor John DeStefano, who will be saying a few words, and Regina Winters, also, who heads the board of directors. And I'd like to turn over the podium now to Tony Davis, and then after we have some words from our local officials, we will have an official groundbreaking, and we have a gift to sort of commemorate the moment today. So let me transfer over to you, Tony. Please come up and...
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
A poet once said, "Do not look at things and wonder why. Just dream new ideas and say, why not?" Today we come together to break ground on another one of New Haven's gems. The Hannah Gray home meant so much to so many people in the city of New Haven, particularly in this Dixwell community. And in May of 1996, when the home closed its doors, the community wanted to know, how will we ever get the home opened again? I believe it was John F. Kennedy when asked the question, how did you become a war hero? He said, that was simple. Somebody sunk my boat. And that's why he became a hero. But I stand today to say that the Hannah Gray home, this project, could not have happened. It's been 11 years, 1996 to 2007. It's been 11 years. But I'm thankful for those individuals who saw the vision and realized that this level of care was needed here in the Dixwell community. This is one of the first projects of its kind in the state, where the state is going to invest over $2.5 million to restore the Hannah Gray home. I think that deserves a hand today. That are not here today that helped us, we need to extend what I would call an expression of gratitude. First, Mary Russell and her family, because originally when it happened, we met in the Q house right next door. And we said that we were going to do something. Didn't know what that something was, but we said we were going to do something. I want to thank Scott Adams from Northborough Realty and Associates, because one day you'll have an opportunity to go on our website and you'll be able to chronicle the history. But the home was in foreclosure. The home was in foreclosure. We had lost the Hannah Gray home. I flew from North Carolina and I sat down with them and I said, you know what, if I can secure the funds, will you sell it back to the community? And they said, yeah, but they didn't think we would do it. And so my next expression of gratitude has to go to Miss Carla Wild in the Community Loan Fund of New Haven, who said, you know what, we'll help you buy back the note. And then that gave us time to find Mr. Mark Petron at that time, who was with Pet 2 and Associates, architectural firm, who said, you know what, we can approach the state. And for pro bono services, he helped draft the plan so that we can convince the state that this project was worthy here in the Dixwell community. Mark Petron. Someone who's not here for 10 years, Barbara Berglund, who had her own firm but now is with Bloom Shapiro and Hartford, worked without pay to ensure that we could draft the appropriate documents so that the state of Connecticut would grant us a CON to operate this residential care home in this community. Also, there are a number of local partners that we must thank today. In addition to thanking the Department of Social Services for catching the vision and assisting us, we also want to thank the City of New Haven, the Livable City Initiative, and our mayor, the Honorable John DeStefano. I think we need to give that a hand also. Also, the Hospital of St. Rayfield, who also assisted us very early in the project. But then not only that, we could not have moved the project to this day if it were not for my kind friends at the Yale Law School. We would like to thank them for their services, providing us the legal services. And then also, we must thank Empower New Haven. We must thank Empower New Haven for their assistance in making this project a reality. But most of all, let's give them a hand also. And if I omitted anyone, 11 years is a long time. But I must ask the board of directors to stand, because we do have an active board of directors, and I want them to stand and be acknowledged. The board of directors for the next. If it were not for people coming together in the spirit of true philanthropy, I believe that collaboration is not a buzzword. It is a necessity as we come together as a community, because it proves and it demonstrates that collectively, if we work together, projects like this, we can make a difference. And I believe that. So as I go to my seat, I do want to thank the Honorable Judge Pease for his support in this project. There were many who wondered, how can someone from North Carolina continue to be on fire for such a project? But this project, the Hannah Gray home, was deep in my spirit. It meant so much to me as a young man growing up on Admiral Street. It was just a part of the community. And I, having the opportunity to have had the home assist a family member during one of the most critical periods of her life, she asked me on her deathbed to make sure that the Hannah Gray home would one day open again. And today is the start of that new beginning. And as I close, I only have a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it was up to me to use it. Must give an account if I abuse it, for I have but a tiny minute, and eternity is in it. Thank you so much.
Pastor, you got anything else for us? You know, the character of a community is not much different than the character of an individual. It must have generosity. And that was Hannah Gray's vision when she set aside a property in her estate for care of elderly women. 1861. 1861. This is an authentic part of Dixwell and of New Haven. And it is a credit to everyone that this part of us that has been so long to find what this community has meant is going to have the lights on again. Generosity. Generosity of spirit and of time defines character. So many things are easy to walk away from. We see that all the time. What a group of people, this board and so many organizations that work so hard to keep this place open. You know, Dixwell has seen so many things change. I don't think there's been any part of the city that's been rebuilt more times than Dixwell, but so much of the best part of it has stayed the same. A community that cares about each other, that understands it's different than any other part of New Haven, and where people keep coming back home, even from a long way off in North Carolina. It's a real tribute to all the partners. On behalf of the other elected officials here, Katrina Jones from the 21st Ward, and Senator Martin Looney was here. It's good to be here and join you. Congratulations for not doing the easy thing, not walking away. Regina, would you like to say any words today? I have a gift for you from the...
I knew they would handle the history and the reason why we're here and the reason for our celebration. I am just a very small part, along with my fellow board members who I care for so much and have grown to care for so much, and who have been a part of the vision. I sort of got reeled into this directorship, and by somebody who knows that I can't say no. So whether it was because Carlisle asked me to be a part of this venture, or whether it's because it happens to be in that historic building of which, you know, I have a heart for in general, or whether it's because it was the vision of a black woman in this community and one that I feel obligated to support, it has been my absolute pleasure to be a part of bringing this back to life. And we thank you all for celebrating with us today, and we welcome you to come and have refreshments with us in the back. But I think everybody here needs to congratulate themselves for being a part of bringing Hannah Gray back to life. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The groundbreaking part, I believe the shovel is for the board of directors and you, Tony. So why don't we begin with, we give you the shovel and you can start off with taking a scoop, and we'll ask the mayor to come up and the board of directors, and after that, I think the more people that take a shovel and if this wears out a little bit, it brings better luck to the project. You can put it back in the hole. Hello.